As we all know, PlaqueBoyMax has dropped his debut project 5 Forever, and regarding the feedback, there was a lot of mixed opinions since it dropped. And at first I wasn't going to do a full-on video because I already gave my thoughts on TikTok, which y'all should follow by the way. But the reception it's been getting from others besides myself, it's been very crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And the best way to describe it is this tweet I'm gonna put up on the screen. Now, where do I stand on this topic days later after listening to it, and plus that TikTok video I mentioned? I still feel the same way. It's a fine album, nothing crazy. It doesn't deserve the amount of glaze, but it definitely don't deserve the amount, if not more, hate it's been receiving on social media. What's up everyone, this is Angie's, and in this vid, I'm gonna give my reasons on why I feel like that 5 Forever by PlaqueBoyMax is getting way too much unnecessary hate at the moment. And no, this is not coming from one of them 5-star demons on Twitter who's gassing it up. This is coming from someone who's a casual watcher of Max and like his content, but his music I don't really care for. But we'll cover them in a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we could all come to the conclusion that whether you like him or not, PlaqueBoyMax is a powerhouse in rap currently. Yeah, you could say that about streamers period, like Ty Sinat, or if you're on the slower side, Aiden Ross. But compared to those two, PlaqueBoyMax actually makes music with the people he brings onto his stream. With his popular in the booth segments, which used to be predominantly up and coming rappers, but as he started to go more mainstream, we started to see more established acts, especially when he was in Atlanta recently. But the thing the majority outside of his fan base didn't know until recently is that Max makes his own music outside of the in the booth segments. And at first nobody questioned it, because usually when a content creator decides to make music, those two worlds don't collide the best. Literally, DDG is a prime example of that. His brother literally jumped somebody at DreamTime because they called him doo-doo garbage in 2025. Now, let me do a little mini rant real quick. I feel like that whole thing was staged, but if it wasn't, both parties was corny for that. Because Dub jumped somebody over a name from 2023, and Soluminati and DDG is cool now, so what's the point of doing that? And the bull who called DDG doo-doo garbage, why? At the end of the day, bro is richer than all of us. What the fuck? Now, if I were to say doo-doo garbage, I'm not saying it's justifiable, but I listened to one of his albums in 2023 and didn't like it in the slightest. And I have no plans on checking out that recent album he dropped like a couple months ago, so I have no reason to call him doo-doo garbage. Moral of the story, at the end of the day, if I were in Bull's shoes, he would still be DDG, and I would just be a random nigga clip farming and got beat up in the process. But unlike DDG, Max fanbase 5-star was actually anticipating for his music, because he used to record himself making music before the in the booths, and for the most part, Max fanbase liked it because Max and his fanbase had the same thing in common, that they were underground listeners. And you know, underground listeners like any and everything to be different. Just as long as it's not none of that mainstream shit, it's perfectly fine with them. But anyway, with the momentum Max been having, not only on the content side, but his music as well, rather it be selling out his first show in LA a couple weeks ago, him being nominated on the XXL 2025 Freshman. I know we don't care about that, but still. And him signing to Capitol Records a couple days ago, the casual rap listener is questioning why this is happening when the whole time Max quote unquote produces. These are not my words. I literally see a good amount of people assume that's what he does. I don't want to sound like more of the chronically online loser that I am, but 9 times out of 10, all he does is engineers, maybe hop on the song at most. Usually the people who produces the songs, it's from his community, which is why Max is so popular. Not only he's helping out these rappers by having them on stream, he's helping out his community in some shape or form by having the rappers in question hop on the beats that his community makes. So with all these accolades, plus Pink Dress being super viral, I didn't even mention Pink Dress this entire time, although we all know why, because DDG carried the song realistically. The album or mixtape, whatever it is, 5 Forever by the man himself, PBM from the J, has been the talk of the town since it dropped. And when I tell you, this has been the most divided feedback I've seen for one album in a minute, I am not exaggerating. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I feel like the album is valid for what it is, but it does not deserve to be in no album of the year toss. That is just plain dick eating at that point. The thing I have with content creators making music, it might be just a me thing. I'm not against the idea at all, but I always think about someone I actually listen to while listening to the content creator music in the process, which led up to me coming to the conclusion about this project that is nothing special. There will be times I hear Yeet ad-libs, there will be times where I hear Old Destroy Lonely flows, there will be time I hear Uzi ad-libs. I could keep going, but we'd be here all day. And that's no hate towards Max, because he probably took inspiration from them said rappers I just named, and this is his first project, so compared to everyone else, I came in with the mindset of having no expectations prior to listening to Five Forever. But clearly everyone else did not feel the same way, because I've been seeing people overreacting like this is one of the worst things they ever heard, and trust me, as someone who listened to this multiple times, I am not dense to the lows because they are for sure noticeable.
See red light, I don't see stop sign. Cans up, 5 to 5. All my hoes, 5-star girls, yeah, they top 5. Tank Davis in the push.
But I got one question. I just want to know, what did y'all expect from a PlaqueBoyMax project? I'm genuinely wondering. This is the same person who said time and time, it don't take much for him to like a song. Just as long as it's a hard ass beat in question, then he's easily pleased. And I've seen people use lyrics as an argument on why the album is bad. First off, you're looking for substance from PlaqueBoyMax. I don't know what y'all was expecting. Maybe some of y'all was expecting lyrical spiritual from PlaqueBoyMax, but if you were, some other questions need to be had outside of this album. Because I'll be seeing a lot of clips where he's not the brightest in the room for me to even expect one good bar off the project.
If anyone ever feels like they want to take their life, don't do it, bro.
Like I said on my TikTok, if you're not an underground music listener, especially the way it is currently sounding, where bars are literally the last thing you need to worry about, that project was very tame compared to half of the shit that is out nowadays. I think with the push he's getting now, especially with a label backing him up, not only for the In the Booths, his personal music, it makes people outside of his fan base to really tap in and expecting something crazy, but the whole time is not that. It's just fun music you're not supposed to think of too much, which makes the album basic as a whole for what it is going for, which clearly isn't much. But as long as the community is fine with it, that's all that matters. It's not like we're gonna hear Yacht or Tank Davis on the radio anytime soon, or at all. So for the people who was acting like that was the worst thing imaginable to come out this year, I would love to hear what y'all think about someone like Xavier So Bass or Yapo JJ, cause if you can't handle PlaqueBoyMax, I know you finna catch a stroke hearing one of those two. And to the 5-star writers on Twitter, I don't have a problem with y'all, but I feel like if this was from anybody else and not Max, y'all would be spamming the fuck out of them boys slow down emotes. But since it's y'all favorite streamer who makes predominantly underground music, bro would literally shit on the mic and some of y'all would claim it's album of the year when there's some room, a lot of room for improvement. If Max wanna take his music career to the next level and please a wider audience outside of 5-star, which I doubt that's the case. But that's my short rant regarding Five Forever. Let me know what y'all think. Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow the social medias. This is Angie's. Take care.